Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will get lost in the pages of By the River Piedra, I Sat Down and Wept by Paulo Coelho. By the River Piedra, I Sat Down and Wept by Paulo Coelho, published in 1994, is a poignant exploration of love, spirituality, and self-discovery. The novel follows Pilar, a woman disillusioned by life, as she reconnects with her childhood love who has become a spiritual teacher. Their journey through the mystical landscapes of Spain and France challenges their beliefs about love, faith, and the meaning of existence. Plot summary. In a quiet, reflective moment by the River Piedra, Pilar sat amidst the winter chill, letting her thoughts flow as freely as the water. The river carried her pain, her longing, and her memories of the man who had once been her childhood friend. 12 years had passed since they last met, and though their lives had taken divergent paths, destiny had conspired to bring them together again. Pilar had built a life of structure and independence in Zaragoza, but it felt hollow. Letters from her childhood friend, now a renowned spiritual teacher, stirred something deep within her. His words spoke of faraway places and profound ideas, awakening in her a yearning for more than the predictable cadence of her days. When he invited her to a lecture in Madrid, Pilar could not resist the pull. In Madrid, she found him transformed. The boy she once knew had grown into a man of wisdom and charisma, drawing crowds with his reflections on spirituality and the divine. Yet, beneath his confident exterior, Pilar sensed a familiar tenderness. After his lecture, amidst the bustling crowd, their eyes met, and the years between them dissolved. He invited her to join him on a journey to Bilbao, a journey that would change both their lives. The drive to Bilbao was fraught with unspoken words. Pilar felt the weight of their shared history and the chasm between their present selves. He was a man who spoke of miracles and faith, while she had grown skeptical of both. Yet, as they traveled through the Spanish countryside, a quiet bond began to reawaken, fragile but undeniable. In Bilbao, Pilar confronted the unexpected, his declaration of love. He presented her with a medal she had lost in childhood, a symbol of the feelings he had carried for her all these years. She was taken aback, unsure how to reconcile his devotion with the life she had carefully constructed. Love, she believed, was a risk she was unwilling to take. Yet, as they spent time together, his sincerity and patience began to thaw the walls around her heart. Their journey continued into the mystical landscapes of the Pyrenees, where he revealed the depth of his spiritual journey. He spoke of the feminine face of God, a divine presence that transcended traditional dogmas and embodied love, compassion, and intuition. Pilar struggled to understand his convictions, torn between her own doubts and the pull of his unwavering faith. At Saint-Savin, a fog-covered village in France, they found themselves immersed in a world where time seemed to stand still. It was here, amidst ancient churches and winding cobblestone streets, that Pilar began to confront the fears that had kept her from embracing life fully. She was drawn to the idea that love and faith were not separate paths, but intertwined journeys leading to the divine. As they walked through the village and shared their thoughts under the glow of street lamps, Pilar began to see herself anew. Her friend, too, faced his own inner turmoil. Torn between his love for Pilar and his spiritual calling, he wrestled with the possibility of choosing one over the other. He believed his path was to serve humanity, but he also knew that love was a divine gift that could not be ignored. Their journey reached its culmination in a secluded monastery, where he sought answers in prayer and reflection. Pilar, left to her own thoughts, experienced a moment of profound clarity. She realized that love was not a weakness but a strength, a force capable of transforming pain into purpose. Her childhood friend's belief in the miracles of life began to resonate within her. In the stillness of the monastery, they confronted their truths. He confessed his desire to devote himself to a spiritual life, yet he could not imagine a future without her. Pilar, in turn, acknowledged her love for him, but she refused to be an obstacle to his higher calling. It was a moment of surrender, not of defeat, but of profound understanding. They recognized that true love did not demand possession, it allowed each soul to follow its destined path. As they parted, the River Piedra bore witness to their farewells. Pilar wept, not out of sorrow but gratitude. She had discovered that love and faith were not bound by earthly conventions, they were infinite and transformative. Her tears mingled with the river, carrying with them the weight of her fears and doubts. Their time together had been brief, but it had left an indelible mark on their souls. Pilar returned to her life in Zaragoza, no longer burdened by the need for certainty. She carried with her the memory of the man she loved and the lessons he had taught her. That life's magic lies in its unpredictability, that love is an act of courage, and that faith, whether in God or in the heart, is the key to unlocking the divine within. As the river flowed onward, it carried not just water but the essence of their story. A story of love, sacrifice, and the quiet miracles that shape the human spirit. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this, check out other books by Paulo Coelho. You'll find them in the description or just search for them on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Paulo Coelho's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.